Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess and thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Today you'll notice that I'm really not wearing that much makeup, and that is because I am bringing you a boy beat androgynous makeup look. This is perfect for anyone who wants to embrace this trend. This kind of like model off-duty, works for any gender. This is an amazing look, and I really wanted to show a look where you can see some acne, some scarring. I'm embracing the texture, and I'm just working with what my face naturally does, and I think that it's such a gorgeous look. So if you would like to see how to create this look yourself, then please keep on watching. So to me, androgynous makeup really starts with the skin, so I'm going to prep my skin as follows. I also, before making any of these steps, I recommend putting on a nice thick lip balm because that is going to really help and hydrate your lips while we're putting on the rest of the makeup. The first product I'm going to go in with is the Kat Von D Lock-It Hydrating Primer. For me, this just works as such an amazing base no matter what I'm doing, whether it's a full face of foundation or otherwise. I just like to do 2 pumps onto my hands and rub this into the skin. I think that androgynous makeup, or a boy beat, whatever you want to call it, is really based on skincare and kind of just giving you your best, smoothest, most radiant skin. I generally like to let that sink into the skin for a minute or 2 before I hop into any other base products. I'm not going to be using foundation because the general feeling of this look is skin. It is just embracing what your skin is already doing. My skin is lots of redness, discoloration, I've got breakouts. I'm only going to conceal some of the breakouts, the ones that are really bothering me. If you only have 1 or 2, you might not want to even cover those. This is definitely like the most optional part of this makeup, and it's just about your comfort level. So right here I have my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer, and this is in the color Light Ivory, which is a little too dark and pink for me. And then I have my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Fair Neutral, and these are both really fantastic concealers. It's just about your preference. I'm gonna make a little bit of a mixture of the two and dot that onto my spots. And I'm just going to put a dot under my eye. I don't mind if it looks a little dark, but I want to take a little bit of that away. And just a touch around my mouth. But really that's it, and we're just going to be embracing the rest of that texture. To blend that in, I'm going to be using a dampened beauty blender. And by using a beauty blender instead of a brush, it's really just going to push it into the skin. And it melts away into almost nothing. I think a lot of the time we get really caught up in the airbrushed, smoothed out, face-tuned faces that we see in magazines and beauty ads, and at the end of the day, I love that it's a trend right now to embrace your texture and your uneven skin tone and freckles. I love that that's all so popular right now. So this is my skin right now. I can see a difference to it, but it is nice and subtle, which is what I want. And if you do want any more coverage in certain areas, you can take a little bit more concealer right where you want that bit more of coverage. And then I'm taking an MOTD brush, and this is just going in that very inner corner, and I'm pulling it down. I don't want anything sitting in the little creases under my eye. I literally just want it to brighten up that space. And once again, you can still see discoloration, you can still see hyperpigmentation. We're not trying to fool anyone. I'm just trying to make my skin a little bit more even. Now for contour, I do want to add a little bit of sculpting to the face. So for that, I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation, and this is in the color Fawn. And with a Real Techniques contour brush, which is synthetic, I'm gonna pick up a little bit of that and really lightly buff it down the back of the cheekbone. And this will add shape to the face, but it'll also add some color. And if you have really naturally beautiful, nice chiseled bone structure, please skip this step because it's absolutely unnecessary for you. But for me, I feel like it still looks like skin. It still looks like a boy beat androgynous. It doesn't add any type of glamour to the makeup necessarily. I just think that it helps define. I'm just taking my beauty blender again that's still damp and just running over all those edges because I don't want any harsh lines at all. I'm also gonna take whatever's left on the brush and run it down the sides of my nose just to add a little bit of definition there as well. I do like a little bit of color in my face, and that's just because I'm very, very pale, but you can skip this step if it doesn't suit your skin tone. I'm going to be picking up the Glossier Cloud Paint in the color Dusk, and this is just a brownie pink, and I'm going to dab this onto the back of my hand. Not really very much at all. And with a Real Techniques buffing brush, I'm just going to push this into the bristles and pat it into the back of the cheek and really work it in circular motions. And you can work it up into the eye and eyebrow as well. It just adds like a little bit of flush, which for me, my skin really needs. Take a little over the nose as well, just to give that like sunburnt kind of look. I feel like that really suits my skin tone, and if this color doesn't suit your skin tone exactly, you can always do another cloud paint or another cream or liquid blush. If you have a natural redness to your skin tone, definitely embrace it. I wouldn't hide it too much with concealer because the whole point of this look is to really embrace what your skin is giving you naturally. And once again, I'm just going to bounce this in with a beauty blender. So for the eyebrows, I'm going to be using my Anastasia Brow Wiz in the color Ebony, which is a dual-ended brow brush if you haven't already used this one before. And I'm going to start by using the spoolie and just combing through the brows. And this step is also optional if you have really perfect, naturally thick and full brows. You can just skip right to the brow gel, but I'm going to use a little bit of this pencil just to extend mine, but I'm using very light, feathery strokes because I don't want this to look like a full filled in Instagram brow. I just want to give it a little bit of structure. If you have naturally strong and dark brows like myself, just try to enhance it. Don't go overboard, even though it can be fun to. I just think that leaving a strong brow where it is naturally is a lot more appealing with this look. To set that down, I'm going to be using my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. You can use the tinted one if your brow hairs are very light, but I just want to hold mine in place, and I am brushing upwards at the front of the brow and back toward the end. For my eyelashes, I am just going to give them a quick curl and a very light slick of my Urban Decay Perversion Mascara in black. Really just one coat. I just want to tint the lashes and a little on the lower lashes as well. If you want to enhance any freckles, I recommend using a brow pencil, or I'm going to use my Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper, and this is an old sample, so that doesn't have very much product left in it, and what I'm going to be doing is enhancing some of my freckles. As a final step, I'm going to highlight my face. How could I not? I'm going to be using the NUDESTIX Nudies All Over Face Color in the color Illumi-naughty. And I'm just going to be grabbing a BH Cosmetics 128 brush and grabbing a bit of that product. This is a cream as well. And I'm just going to push this on top of the cheekbones in a patting motion. And the tip of the nose as well. And the bridge of the nose, right above the eyebrows as well. I really just want there to be a natural sheen to the skin. And you can also do a bit on the Cupid's bow if you want. And this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because I'd love to see you back here again. And I hope you're all having an amazing day. I'll speak to you in the next video. Bye.